And it falls in terms of rarity between that $1,000 coin and the $1,300 coin, okay? It's the third rarest of the four. So you have a coin that's fantastically rare and literally almost a tenth of the price of all of the coins that are about the same kind of coin, if you will, okay? So that is that's incredibly collectible. Then you add in the fact, and here's the big thing, and this is what makes this even more collectible, even more desirable, and I wish I had another 2,000 or 5,000 or 8,000 of these, but I don't. It then was released by the United States government. And the reason I'm debuting it now, I never even got to sell this in 2016. Because the United States government didn't release this until like December of 2017. They never released the coin until the end. So we got caught up in the noise of the end of the year, the holiday noise. And I don't mean that in a bad or pejorative way. I'm talking about we're busy with the holidays. They're not paying attention to the new coins that are coming out. The Walking Liberty, gold Walking Liberty dollar came out, half dollar came out. Everybody was paying attention to that. Everybody's paying attention to all the other stuff. Nobody's paying attention to this coin. So it's going to make it, not only was it the rarest silver eagle put out by the United States government in 2016, but it's going to be one of the rarest silver eagles the United States government, I think, has put out in years and years and years. That's what your opportunity is here, and that's why we've already sold over 2,200 of these of the 2,630 that are available, exclusively from us here at HSN. So people say, okay, if the other coins, the other anniversary coins, none of which, by the way, are edge-lettered, they're just special finishes, reverse proof coins. This is the only edge-lettered satin finish American Silver Eagle ever put out by the United States government. It says 38. We didn't add that. The government made it that way, okay? So when you add that into the equation, this fall between the cracks American Silver Eagle is going to be that one that everybody, in essence, overlooked. You have the opportunity to not overlook that. You have the opportunity to say, okay, I'm going to take advantage of that, but the problem is I am now down, as you can see, well under 400 coins left in the edition. Now, I debuted this today. It's my third airing. We've already sold 2,300. There's only 2,600 in existence, all available exclusively from us here at HSN. All available exclusively from us here at HSN. Now understand, do not confuse this with the regular Mint State Eagle. This is the satin finish eagle with the West Point mint mark. The regular Mint State Eagle has no mint mark. And by the way, this coin's about 30 to 50 times rarer than the regular American Silver Eagle, okay, than the regular American Silver Eagle. So that's important. You have to understand that it is a unique coin in terms of the edge lettering as well, the only satin finish coin that the United States government has ever edge lettered that you're going to see there that has the 30th anniversary on it. That is absolutely crucial and important to this collectible as well. The satin finish coins year in and year out are the most desirable and most collectible anyway, okay? I think, Steve, 5 minutes should probably take care of this, is my guess. I mean, I've got, what, 300 coins left? Basically barely 300 coins. So, folks, and like I said, I debuted it today. Most people overlook this coin. Like I said, it was released late in the year. It's a unique coin. It's a rare coin. It's a coin that is absolutely critical to the American Silver Eagle collector, or to any collector. Because the United States government has only done 4 different anniversaries, okay? They did a 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary, and 30th anniversary. And in the 30th anniversary, they did the SP. They also did a proof coin, okay? They also did a proof coin in the 30th anniversary as well. Okay, but this is the only satin finish, and it is the rarest of all of the Silver Eagles, or the 30th anniversary Silver Eagles that we have. But I have it at an amazing price of only $149. Now, as it's a presentation coin, understand this is not sold as a bullion coin. So this is not like a regular Silver Eagle where it's worth silver plus, 10 or 15 or 20%. The government sells this for double, triple silver just to start with, before it's certified, before it's guaranteed, before its first day of issue, before it's individually numbered. 2630, I have 2452 there. What is that? 200 and change of those remaining on this.
How many sellouts have we?
Yeah, well, we're gonna sell this out.
Yeah,
okay?
so I think
right here, right now, we're gonna debut it and sell it out in the same day.
So there are 3, Steve, that I'm curious about. I'm curious about where we are with our today's special. I know we had under 300 of those. Those 30 years of the Indian heads, I'm curious as where we are with that. And it looks like this could be our 3rd sellout, and the satin finish Silver Eagle dollar coin. So if you'd like to have this one, definitely go to the phone lines. Well, there's your update. Thank you very much. Congratulations on that one. That's pretty extraordinary. Wow. See, I didn't even include that one. So that's 2 for 2. Definitely on our way to selling out on this one.
Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the left counter.
On this one?
On this one.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And I want to update everybody, if you'd like to have our today's special, 200 still remaining in our today's special. So if you haven't already ordered that, if you're just tuning in, you definitely want to check that out. Our 2017 brand new first day issue of our Silver Eagle coin. So 200 of those. I'm hoping for 4 sellouts minimally.
Oh, well, look at the counter.
Oh, well, there we go.
Okay, I don't even know if I'm going to get 2.5 minutes left out of this.
Well, there you go.
So look, you have 2,630 that I debuted,
and
8
we're at
hours ago.
2558.
Yeah, well, I have 152 left.
Okay.
I have 152 left. Okay, is what we do. 148 left. There's a little lag between the lefts and the sold.
Yeah,
so basically, we've got 12 dozen left. I've got at least that many people on the phone. What I would suggest is you do not have 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. You might, but I doubt it. It's going very quickly. People are buying multiples. So once again, let me tell you what this is. This is the special 2016 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle. It is the SP version with the W or West Point mint mark. Of all of the anniversary American Silver Eagles, 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary, now the 30th, this one is the most affordable at $149. The 25th anniversary, $1,300. The 20th anniversary, $1,000. The 10th anniversary, $20,000. In this condition, this one, because it's our original issue price, it's our debut price, it's our wholesale price, $149.95, available nowhere but right here at HSN. Like I said, less than 100 left. I have way more people than that on the phone. I'm absolutely certain. By the way, it comes with the Red Oak presentation box. This is your last look, last call on this.
For your convenience, we're also providing you with our today's special silver dollar item number. Thank you guys for doing that. Reminding you, fewer than 200 of those available for you on our today's special. And thank you for your phone calls on the satin finish Silver Eagle dollar coin. Please continue to stay on the phone lines for that satin Eagle coin until you are told it's sold out, or if you go to hsn.com until you get the sign that it's sold out. In the meantime, this is a look at the star of the day. Our today's special, our 2017 Mint State 70 first day of issue Silver Eagle dollar 2017. There are only 200 of you that will be able to grab that at this point, and before it is completely sold out, free shipping and handling. In addition to getting the coin, you are also going to receive a certificate where you will be able to get the grading of 4 coins. That's a $76 value. And
I'm doing the math. We got like what is it, like 100, 200 coins left?
Yep.
Wow.
150 now remaining. And then you also get the wooden display box on that 2017 first day of issue Silver Eagle Mint State 70. Perfect.
There's 12,103 available. Kind of do the math. So there's a couple hundred there.
Well,
but that doesn't count all the people on the. Doesn't count all the people.
So we're this close to selling it out. Like maybe that close to selling it out.
Yeah, that's right. So we've done something I rarely get to do on coins. We never do these.
This is the first time I've done this with you. Yeah,
that's right.
So let's take a look. We have our first day. Well, that's, of course, our today's special. Now we have a this day only that we get to share with you. And let's take a look starting now. I'll tell you what, this is so new, it's new to me. That's just how new it is. So, Mike, I'll give you the mic.
Right.
for this one, because, I mean, this is something that we just generally don't do. It wasn't necessarily planned for the show. And so let's give everybody a little bit of history on why this is so exciting and why it's a tremendous value.
Well, here you go. We have 70 of these gone already, just like that. Because we've never done this before. And so we're just, and this is kind of a one-time opportunity. We've always sold the Annex first day of issue exclusive to us. Okay. From this, there's a subsection of basically kind of a label thing with PCGS, and this is called the American Prestige Series. Okay. It's a special series that's owned by someone that I know has the exclusive rights to this, and he gave me the exclusive rights for HSN for us to be able to do this. So for the very first time on a this day only, because literally tomorrow, so it's this day only, goes to $119.95. On this day only, we have the PCGS, because some people are saying, well, you know, Annex, I love Annex, but I'd like to also have a PCGS coin. Well, you got it. For $89.95, for $89.95 for the very first time, I've got a PCGS coin, and I've got it in a special and exclusive label. So if you've been out there looking for PCGS or NGC, and you've already bought the Annex, you've already bought our ICG, you want to buy PCGS, I've got this special Prestige Series label that you're going to have right here that is this day only. So this is really going to be the only day that you're going to have to buy this, to have an opportunity for this. And like I said, just in a minute or 2 minutes there, I've got 100 of them gone. I've got 100 of them gone just like that. So, and understand, this is very much just one of those. So it's a 2017, and it's Mint State 70. It's just like our today's special, in essence, different grading company. Now, I have no grading certificate, unfortunately, but PCGS is an extraordinarily desirable label. More importantly, the American Prestige Series is not a label that you see out there, because, like I said, I have access to this exclusively that we have with the American Prestige Series. And then you're going to have the Red Oak presentation box that comes with this as well. So it gives you that opportunity. If you have been an Annex collector, that's fine, but you want to add PCGS, or you want to add NGC, or you want to add some of these other labels. PCGS, there probably has graded more coins than any of the 4 major grading services. So there's a lot of people that, let's say, have some loyalty to PCGS, but they've never seen this American Prestige Series label before. First time, first look, first opportunity, and today only, not only $30 off, but look at that free shipping and handling that we've done.
And the FlexPay.
Oh, yeah, and FlexPay,
which is great, which means that you can certainly spread those payments out interest-free over the next 3 months. Your investment today is $29.98 plus tax to be able to get this at home. Many of you are buying our Today Special or have purchased our Today Special, and additionally will also collect this coin. So a this day only means just that. Today is the only single day, and there are only about fewer than 3 hours now remaining, not only in the day, but remaining in the year, that you're going to be able to get this coin. So it is important that you order early, take advantage of a lot of the free shipping that we've had. I think we've had more free shipping tonight. Certainly most of the FlexPay.
We just never do free shipping in coins is ultimately
it's been
what
awesome
it comes down
tonight.
to.
And it's a real advantage, especially for dealers and those of you that are buying multiples, and many of you are. Over 200 of these gone already.
Yeah, just in a heartbeat here, just in a couple of minutes. And like I said, it is only for this day, and only for when we're selling this. We have another, I don't know, who knows, 10, 15 minutes. We'll see how the quantities hold up with hundreds of these now being sold. So it is only today. There we go, 221 sold. It is this day only that you're $89.95.
I'm wondering if we can, Keith and Stephen, if we can show that American, the Silver Eagle coin up close again.
Yeah.
Because for customers who are just shopping with us, I'd love for you to give us a little bit of the backstory on why it's so popular and why it's so collectible and the interest that surrounds this coin.
Yeah, and because it is a big deal, okay? It is a big deal to have the American Silver Eagle. The American Silver Eagle first came into existence in 1986. The Liberty Coin Act, President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law. Okay, signed the Liberty Coin Act into law, and it created the American Silver Eagle. Now, in its 32nd year, it is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today, bar none. Absolutely bar none. Now, if you're going to collect that, and understand, if you're going to collect any coin, the single most important determining factor of value in coin collecting, as it is in any collecting, is what? Condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. This coin has been independently third-party certified by PCGS as absolutely perfect mint state 70. Absolutely perfect mint state 70. And it is right now, this day, this is the only presentation this coin will ever get at $89.95. Okay, this deal, because if you see this again, we're looking at $119, and you're likely to see it again, at $119.95, okay, with this special label that you have here. Now, people are saying, okay, what's the difference PCGS and Annex? There are 4 major different certification companies that are recognized by numismatists, all right? They are PCGS, NGC, Annex, and ICG. The oldest of which is Annex, the one that we have first day of issue exclusive to. The next oldest is going to be PCGS that you see right here. PCGS, well, we do not have PCGS first day exclusive. What we have exclusive to PCGS is this American Prestige label that you have right here. To find the population of this, how many of those, you can go out there and it's under the Mint State 70 category of PCGS population report. So you have that opportunity, if you would like to look at that. But I have never done a Mint State 70 2017 PCGS on our TS day. First of all, we have to sell out the TS, which we basically have. I don't have enough of the TS to do another a full presentation of, is ultimately what it comes down to. And then what I've got with this is we've had a lot of customers that have asked for, that have requested the PCGS on this, and so that's exactly what we're going to, that's exactly what we're going to give them.
How nice is it that we're able to meet the demand? You still have the luxury, because we were saying, you know, when you're shopping outside of the HSN world, you know, you don't get the advantages of the 30-day money-back guarantee, the free shipping and handling, the flex pay that we offered to you. For example, our exclusive configurations where we're including the wooden box, which is why so many of you have chosen to shop with us over all of these decades, which is really wonderful. And we thank you and we appreciate you. But what an advantage. You always have an out. You can always change your mind. But as Mike mentioned, because this is a this day only, when the clock strikes midnight tonight, the price on this coin will never be this price again. This is only because of the limited quantities of our today's special.
And also the free shipping and handling goes away.
Yes.
That's a this day only special too. So you save the $5 on the shipping and handling, the price goes up $30. Now you still get the Red Oak presentation box. By the way, go to hsn.com, you'll see the Red Oak presentation box. There is a $14.95 value. Now once again, you may see other people selling PCGS, but once again, they're almost never gonna have free shipping, okay? They're not gonna have $30 off.
And please don't ask about their flex pay.
That's right, don't ask about their flex pay. Don't ask about their Red Oak presentation box. And the one thing I can guarantee you is that in PCGS, they do not have this label, this American Prestige Series label.
How long have you been affiliated with HSN, Mike?
This is my 15th year.
Oh, my goodness.
This is my 15th year.
So you've been here as long as I've been here.
Yes, I have been here for 15 years.
And that's a long time when you think about it. And we are, I would imagine, probably the #1 resource when you talk about
for on-air coins. Yeah,
for sure.
Well, first of all, we've been here. I've been on TV longer than anybody else. Nobody else has been on TV selling coins longer than me. It's just that simple. I'm in my, oh goodness, what is that going to be? I'm going to be my 25th year overall, I guess, 15 years here at HSN. So I'm a quarter century doing this, is what we're doing. HSN's coin show has actually been here over, I think, over 30 years now.
Probably.
Since then, we've had a coin show about as long as
we turned 40. We turned 40.
Right. So I mean, I think for 30 years that we've had the HSN coin show. So that's
awesome.
been so that's incredible. And the reason that we do that, and that's a good point, and because we bring you coins like this. We want an absolutely perfect Mint State 70 American Silver Eagle, 1 ounce pure silver. Okay, you have asked us for PCGS. So we said, okay, we'll bring you PCGS. Okay, because a lot of coin collectors want that. They want a little different label on this. All right, because you have the Annex. So I want to collect all 4 grading companies. But we didn't just bring you PCGS. I brought you a label that you just don't see anywhere else. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get with PCGS a kind of a limited edition, other than the fact that we own this label. We have the access to this label exclusively. Now over 400 sold.
I know, this
now
is exciting,
over 400
right?
sold. Yeah, very exciting.
And what I like as well is that, you know, maybe you've never ventured outside of the world of annex.
Right.
But you've started a little bit more research. You know, you're more comfortable and you're a little bit more confident, and you want to spread your wings a little bit. And this might be your first kind of delve into this. This is a wonderful chance. And the reason why I was bringing up Mike's history at HSN and how long we've been in the business, because I think for so many of you, you know, Mike has been in this business for a long time. So he knows a lot of the reputable, incredible coin dealers that are out there. But for most of us, where do you start? And who are you doing business with? Right. So I think there's a level of trust. There's confidence in knowing that not only have we been doing this for the longest, but we are going to be celebrating 40 years of being in business, and we're not going anywhere. Well, so I think it's nice for someone.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's important.
Yeah,
so
it is very important.
Look, we give a 30-day money-back guarantee, and almost nobody does that. And it's important when you get a money-back guarantee that the person who's guaranteeing that's going to be here 30 days from now, let alone 30 years from now. You know, we've been here 30 years,
right.
let alone 30 days.
It's key.
Because if you're buying coins, particularly on the internet, if you're buying coins from people you're not sure about, who knows, I see some of these fly-by-night people on television.
And
you don't know where they come from.
Right, they can sell you a bridge.
Disappear like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're there one day and they're gone the next. You are, understand, if you want to be a numismatic, you know, internet, Wild West coin cowboy, you go ahead. But if you want to buy from a reputable source with a 30-day money-back guarantee that's going to give you flex pay, that gives you unique and exclusive labels, that gives you free shipping, then you have to make the decision to buy at
I think
HSN.
it's key. I think it's one of the things that we do differently and better. Experts like you, Mike, a coin expert, and explaining to us not only the you know, the value of the coins, but the history of the coins, the exclusive offers that we can put together. This day only is pretty extraordinary because of our buying power. We can literally, I mean, save you a lot of money just because our today's special is sold out. We can add this layer of an extra incentive to grab it. But with 4 minutes remaining on the clock, we are encouraging you to shop. The easiest way to place your orders is hsn.com. A lot of you are like me, depending on where I am. If I'm home and I'm relaxing, I have my laptop up, I'm ordering it on hsn.com. If I'm out and about, sometimes I'm around here at HSN and I see something on the TV screen that I want, then I order from my mobile phone. And my mom likes to call our toll-free 800 number. She's a little bit older, and that's what she chooses to do. It just depends on your favorite format, and some of you can shop by remote. But it is
I'm a tablet guy. I have my HSN on my tablet.
Okay, there you go.
So that's
there you
how
go.
everybody orders different ways.
Yeah, I will say this, though. The fastest way to order is through either the tablets or online.
And
it's just a lot faster to do it that way. So you choose, but these are disappearing.
Now, I want to talk to you about, let's get back to the coin part of this, because you've got 4 minutes in terms of presentation time here to save $30 on a PCGS, a perfect American Eagle that is with an exclusive label that you're going to have. So you're not going to see this label out there. I'm the only one that has the access to this American Prestige label that you're going to have right here. So what you've got is this. You've got the American Silver Eagle, like I said, in its 32nd year. Now, if you're going to buy an Eagle, buy it in the highest possible grade. And, of course, obviously buy it from a reputable source, from a reputable grading company. And that's what we've done here. So we've had customers said, please bring us PCGS. And we said, well, we're not just going to bring you any PCGS because there's, you know, 50 people, 75 people, 100 people out there, 1,000 people selling regular PCGS coins, whether it be First Strike or whatever it is. So we want to bring you an exclusive label to this right here. And that's one of the things that we're going to do when we give you this opportunity, when we give you the opportunity to buy a little different label, to introduce you to the world of PCGS. Now, we have a big show coming up January the 3rd.
That's me.
That's me and you. I have another PCGS label that we're going to do, okay? That we have our Premier Series that is absolutely positively groundbreaking, that will be the perfect companion piece to this coin that we have right here. So you're getting this as an exclusive label, and then when we have our Premier Series, which will debut January the 3rd, January the 3rd, we will debut our Premier Series, which is absolutely groundbreaking, Absolutely groundbreaking. This is the perfect companion piece, or that is the perfect companion piece to this. But exclusive labels are the key. Exclusive labels are where it's at, and that's what we've got. And it's difficult to get exclusive labels with NGC or PCGS. Now, we have been the exclusive Annex first day of issue distributor for decades. We've been the exclusive ICG first day of issue distributor since I've been here for 15 years. So, I mean, we've added that. So we're adding all these new and exclusive and important and collectible coins to our stable, and this is just the next step. And then when we get to the Premier Series, we're going to go yet another step. It is so incredibly important for you to know that we are giving you coin opportunities that nobody else in the market can give you, let alone will give you. So remember, we get this $30 off today. Free shipping and handling today. Of course, you get the Red Oak presentation box, even after the price goes up $30 tomorrow. You're still going to get the Red Oak presentation box, but the price tomorrow goes up to $119. Over 500 sold. Over 500 sold. Once again, just an amazing, amazing opportunity for you to be able to get into
the one thing we all know is that you're going to be ahead of the pack if you're buying it today.
Oh, yeah.
Because no matter what, you're buying it less today that you will ever be able to buy it at.
Right.
So already, right out the gate, you know, if you're buying a home, you're buying a home with equity in it, right? We can say that. So, and again, after tonight at midnight, we also add back in the shipping and handling, which would be another $5.
And the $30. So $35, you're saving the $35 by buying
and
this.
it's highly collectible and highly desirable and highly sought after. So I want to show that I don't know if we'll have time now with just seconds remaining, but we want to remind everybody to continue to shop and to order. We want to thank you for those of you who are able to grab this day only. Take one final look. If you need to write down the item number, I would do it, 536150. But you have fewer than 3 hours to be able to make the final decision to own this, as this value does go away tonight at midnight. If you own it and you reserved it, thank you and congratulations to you. But let's head over to our website. This is a look at our website at hsn.com, and we want to give you a little preview from our website of what's coming up.
Remember I was talking about the 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle? And we had the satin finish, which is sold out as the individual. And I told you they did the proof. I have the pair, both with the edge lettering. I have the pair 730 edition only. I'm debuting that. I am going to debut that, available exclusively at HSN. Coming up here, how long? A few minutes, maybe.
All right. All right.
Couple minutes.
So here's your chance to go ahead and pre-order and to get that in advance. I can't wait. Some of these I haven't seen because we made a lot of changes to the show at the last minute because of our today's special selling out. So it's really wonderful. By the way, we still have just a few remaining in our, not only, I mentioned our today's special sold out, but actually there are about 100 remaining. So you can certainly grab that. But let's now talk about, this is the only gold coin we've seen so far, huh?
Well, I want to talk about this coin for just a sec. We don't have a lot of time here. This coin is historic. I'm only going to do 3 or 4 minutes. It's a solid gold United States Walking Liberty $50, okay?
Wow.
They released this at the end of 2016. I have 32 left in the edition. Here's the incredible part about this coin. When I originally sold it, on my last coin show in 2016, we didn't even have the coin. I literally sold it with a picture. That's all we had. And we sold 146. I sold 146. Well, I have all those coins have been shipped, and you know, and everybody has that. But I have the last 32, and I actually have a coin now to do this with. Okay, I have 32 left, not for this airing, for the entire edition of 178. Here's what's happened, and I got to do this very fast. Okay. Go back 100 years from now. The United States Congress misinterpreted one of their own laws and determined that they had to end the barber $50.
Wait a minute, did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, you heard that right. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. And so because of that, they actually then had to create the Mercury dime, the Standing Liberty Quarter, and the Walking Liberty Half Dollar. Now, the Walking Liberty Half Dollar, you may recognize this design because it's on today's American Silver Eagle. Fast forward 100 years later to 2016. For the 100th anniversary, of that Walking Liberty Half Dollar, considered to be the most beautiful silver coin ever done, the United States government did this coin in solid 24-karat gold. This coin is solid 24-karat gold. It's not reprinted, restruck, or redone. This is an actual United States government issue Walking Liberty Half Dollar that just happens to be 2016. They only did, I think it was 75,000 of these coins is all that there was. So phenomenally rare, phenomenally desired. Like I said, I sold 150 of them without even having one. We are now down with everybody on the phone. I might have 2 dozen remaining in the entire edition. I figured I'd give you 3 minutes for us to finish the edition out on this. So once again, this is the rarest Walking Liberty Half Dollar by far. It is the only 24-karat gold. Now, you may see people that have plated these or layered these or gold whatever these as a thing. This is a solid 24-karat gold coin that has been put out by the United States government, okay, by the United States Mint. That, please keep that in mind. So this is an actual coin. It's not just a special specimen or one of those other things. This is a solid 24-karat gold coin of incredible rarity. By far the rarest Walking Liberty Half Dollar put out by the United States government. We have it certified absolutely, positively perfect. SP70. Only 178 in the limited edition. Like I said, at the end of last year, I believe I sold 140 or 145, whatever it is. I've got about 2 dozen of the coins left in the entire edition. It is one of my all-time favorite coins that they did. Of course, 2016's passed. It's done, gone, and over with the W West Point Mint mark. This is going to end up being, I think, one of the most collectible, the most desirable coins put out by the United States government, because this is the original coin. This is the original design with which the United States government then made the American Silver Eagle, done in the exact size of the regular Walking Liberty Half Dollar, except it's done in solid 24-karat gold.
And that surprised me, because usually when you see the gold coins, typically, not always, they're a little smaller. And this one, the scale of this one is really substantial. We're going to leave that one available for you. If you'd like to own it, 527-696, but obviously very limited. Thank you for your phone calls there. 527-696 if you're making a note of that 24-karat gold Walking Liberty Half Dollar coin.
Yeah, like I said, I might have 12 and a half of those left. Now, remember I told you that they created the Mercury Dime, the Standing Liberty Quarter, and the Walking Liberty Half Dollar. Okay, that was in 1916. Well, the United States government not only did the Walking Liberty Half Dollar, but they commemorated the Standing Liberty Quarter and the Mercury Dime in solid 24-karat gold last year. We sold out our limited edition of the Mercury Dimes. I believe we are sold out of the Standing Liberty Quarters. I might have a couple of those remaining. But what I have is 41 of the complete sets. 41 of the complete sets. Now I want Steve to show some how many. I want to put a sold counter in here.
Okay.
Because I just mentioned this briefly in our 3 p.m. show. 17 are sold. I've only got 41. We've got 24 pieces remaining. Okay? I've got 24 pieces. I am under the assumption that we are going to sell all 24 of those right here, right now. So they are really all solid 24-karat gold. So once again, let's go back to that 1916, okay? The United States government inadvertently thought that they misinterpreted their own legislation and thought they had to end the Barber Dime, the Barber Quarter, and the Barber Half Dollar, which they did. And thank goodness they did, because they were great coins, but they were the most boring coins ever. They replaced them with the Mercury Dime, the Standing Liberty Quarter, and the Walking Liberty Half Dollar. 3 of the most stunningly beautiful coins ever made by the United States government. Now fast forward 100 years later to 2016, and the United States government, to celebrate, to commemorate that momentous event, recreates and makes these coins one more time. Because these are not just coins. These are this is an actual Mercury Dime, an actual Standing Liberty Quarter, an actual Walking Liberty Half Dollar. Every one of which is done in solid 24-karat gold, not layered or plated or anything. These are solid 24-karat gold coins. okay? And if you look at these, I give you all 3 of the coins in our most incredible presentation box with the beveled glass top, and I mean, it's about 3 or 4 or 5 pounds there. Sadly, because these are first day of issue, so they're exclusive to us, there are 41 match-numbered sets. That's all that there was, because I was only able to save 41 of the dimes. You understand what I'm saying? Because they had to be first day of issue. So these were released almost a year ago. So I had to put these coins away for a year. These released about 4 months ago. I had to put those away. Then I had to wait for the Walking Liberty $50. And then when we got them, I was finally able to put together the 41 sets. I was finally able to put together the 41 sets that we have here and that we have available. Sadly, 20 are gone. We're gonna, I guess, give you about 4 minutes here, and I'm half sold out. I have spent a sum total of 5 minutes basically selling these coins. And we are half sold out of, I think, one of the most beautiful, one of the most incredible sets. Now, in terms of these being actual coins, if you want to own the rarest mercury dime ever made by the United States government, most people thought, of course, and for years and years and years, for 100 years, it's been the 1916D mercury dime, which we could spend easily $3,000 for. Not anymore. Now it's this coin. If you wanted to buy the rarest Walking Liberty $50, you would assume, I think it's what, the 1918, I think is what it is, either 1918 or 1919. You would be wrong. It is now this coin. And if you want to buy the rarest Standing Liberty quarter, that would actually be the 1916 Standing Liberty quarter. But of course, in high grade like this, that 1916 silver Standing Liberty quarter would of course be, oh, I don't know, 15, 20,000 bucks.
Wow.
Oh, easy. You could spend 100,000 probably for a really nice one, because they're very, very difficult to get. So now you have these in solid 24 karat gold. I have 20, so over half sold out now. I have 21 sets now sold. 21 sets are now sold. All solid 24 karat gold, all original United States government issues.
We can come a little closer to some of them. I don't know if we could.
One thing I want to bring out, and this is kind of an interesting anomaly of American coinage. Let's go in close here on the Standing Liberty quarter. If you'll notice, this is a Type 1 Standing Liberty quarter. If you go in there and look at that, you'll notice that Lady Liberty's bosom is bared. That's the way it was released in 1916. Now,
you guys should see my facial expression. I don't know how well you can see.
Now,
but if you're in your bed or if you're on a sofa or you're, you know, in a chair, it might be worth just getting up just for curiosity's sake and seeing it up close.
Now, here's the thing. The general consensus in 1916 was your exact reaction. So America said,
jaw-dropping.
Okay, yeah, okay, we don't really like that. We don't really want that.
Oh, can you imagine then?
This 1916.
Can you imagine?
That's 1916.
Oh my gosh.
So here's what they do. They complain, and in 1917,
She's covered.
Not only is she covered, she's covered with chainmail.
Oh, geez.
Up to the neck, okay?
Oh, gosh.
And that's the way all the subsequent Standing Liberty quarters were made, with chainmail, okay? But this, because it commemorates that first year of issue, 1916, this is a Type 1 Standing Liberty quarter. And so it was made with complete and utter accuracy that we have done with that. So now I've got this incredible set right here, of which there are, like I said, only 41 in existence. Only 41.
We ladies have been fighting for a long time, haven't we? My goodness.
1916. That's right.
This has been a long fight.
And then, of course, you've got over here, you've got the Walking Liberty $50. You have nearly an ounce of gold, solid gold in here as well. Each one of these incredibly limited. Each one of these is a standard bearer for what is considered to be some of the most beautiful coins ever put out by the United States government. Now, in the last minute here, I want to open this up and I want to put these in this incredible, this is basically our $100 presentation box. This thing weighs about 8 pounds that you're going to see right here.
Ooh.
Beveled glass top, not plastic, it's a beveled glass top that we see up there. You're going to have all the coins fit in there. That comes with some brass keys that you see there, so you can do the brass keys with that. So you want to lock this up. It is our most incredible presentation box that we're going to have. I'm going to go ahead and put that up here so that everybody can see it. I am down to 18 sets. I've got a dozen and a half. That's Let me put that down there. There you go. It's easier for me to hold. I've got 18 sets of these remaining. Today is my debut of the Centennial 3-piece set. All 3 coins in solid 24 karat gold. All 3 coins of incredible rarity. All 3 coins actually only made in 2016, and this the very last year of 2016. One of the rarest sets that we have ever put together. One of the rarest sets we've ever put together, with only 41 sets for worldwide distribution. Now 26 sets spoken for. I'm down to a mere 15 sets remaining. Perhaps we can put the sold counter up there so we can tell people and follow. Isn't that just absolutely
beautiful? Beautiful.
Beautiful. Look at that keyed lock that you're going to have all done in brass with brass hardware. Look at that. Look at that. 26 sold, only 41 in existence. Only 41 in existence. Every coin made and released by the United States Mint. Every single one of the coins done in solid 24 karat gold. One of the most incredible sets, one of the rarest sets, one of the most collectible sets I've ever been able to produce here.
Well, enjoy it. We've got a lot more coming your way. Definitely stay with us. More to come right after this.
Bring in the new year with HSN. Enjoy 3 days of great offers with today's special flashbacks, early access deals, plus 26 you won't want to miss doorbusters, and special pricing on your favorite brands like Origami, HP, and Dr. Graf. Countdown to the new year with me tonight at 10 p.m. and join Helen Keeney tomorrow at 1 a.m. Go to hsn.com for more.
Who knew a little piece of plastic could be so much fun? Now, when you apply for the HSN card, instantly get $20 off. It's all about you. Extra flex on the things you love. Now, when you use your HSN card, you get extra flex all day, every day on all jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases. Plus, no interest VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, all with no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
I truly believe there is a warrior inside of all of us. Warrior by Danica Patrick is everyday life. It's everyday life because you can do everything in it, and hopefully every day you're inspired by it.
Counting down to a brand new year. At this point, we are officially a little over 2 hours and 18 minutes remaining in 2016. And we wanted to show you how we've been celebrating 2016 in the final day of the year. This has been tradition for us to feature for you our first day of issue in the Silver Eagle dollar coin. And this is our today's special. There are 12,014 sold.
There's 12,103 in the edition. Okay, so
99.
There's like 99 left.
And
That's right.
99 left, exactly.
No, there's 89 left.
89 left.
89 left.
89 left in our
89
today's
is
special.
all there is in the
So I know we want to move on because only 89 remaining, but that's the brand new first day of issue Perfect Mint State 70 condition in our today's special. You get the today's special 2017 coin. Yep. You're going to receive a certificate that will allow you to be able to.
It's a grade 4 coin, $76 value, free shipping, the whole thing.
And you get a wooden box with that.
Right.
All right, and free shipping 80 remain. So please ask about our today's special. That means we won't have another full presentation, and it is very close to selling out. In the meantime, we're going to continue to move on. And this is something that obviously we sold out of our individual set in Silver Eagle coin, but this is something that's like double the value at this point.
Well, here's what we have. We had this, we debuted this coin today, the
Right.
SP70, as an
Absolutely.
individual coin with a limited edition of 2,640, and sold every coin today in basically one day. 2,600 coins gone, okay? Because it's the 30th anniversary, okay? The 30th anniversary. The United States government did 2 30th anniversary coins this year, as I mentioned when we were selling this. They did the SP coin and they did the proof coin with the 30th anniversary edge lettering. Now, the proof coin has been released, and we sold that, you know, a month or 2 months ago, something like that. We had just sold the SP coin, so it is now sold out individually. What we did is, just like I did the 3-piece gold set, I did a very limited quantity, only 730 of the match-numbered pairs of the complete 30th anniversary set. Now, if you go back and look at the 30th, if you look at the 25th anniversary set, it was a 3-coin silver set. I think we sell that set today certified for about $2,000. The 20th anniversary set was a 3-coin set, and that was also, I think, or that's a 4-coin set. It's about $2,100 or $2,200. I've got this set, both of these coins exclusively with the 30th anniversary edge lettering. These are the only coins that have ever been edge lettered in the American Silver Eagle series by the United States government. So the 10th anniversary set, because it actually had a gold coin in, it's like, I don't know, in this condition, 30 or 40,000 bucks. It's in a league by itself. They did 31,000 of those. You have the 20th anniversary set, which is a couple thousand bucks. The 25th anniversary set, which is a couple thousand bucks. Where you have the 30th anniversary set, the only one of which has actually got the edge lettering for $329. Not for $2,000 or $20,000 or whatever, but $329. Now, we had sold this at $149, and this was sold out at $179, so it's the same price for the pair, but you have the pair. And what I did is I took this mint box. Now, this set did not come in this box. I happen to have a bunch of these boxes from other sets that we've done. It so happens that the Annex coins fit beautifully into that United States Mint box. This is a beautiful blue lacquer box. I just hate throwing them away. So now you have got that United States Mint box that with your certified Mint State 70 United States government issue coins in them. So you're going to get the proof coin with the edge lettering. You get the SP coin with the edge lettering. Now, when they did the regular Mint State coins this year, when they did the regular Mint State coins this year, they're going to make about 40 million of those. Of these pairs, they're going to do probably 150,000. Okay, so it makes it rarer than the 20th anniversary, not quite as rare as the 25th anniversary, but just a fifth of the price, because I still have these from my original issue. So in other words, when I bought these originally from the United States Mint for the original price, for the original opportunity, I was able to get both of these. So the United States government celebrated the 30th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle, not with a special set, but with taking the regular coins. They only made 3 Silver Eagles last year. 2 of them had the 30th anniversary edge lettering on them, and these are both of those coins. I'm showing you this so you know what the edge lettering. If you look in here, you can see the edge lettering. See, it says 30th anniversary. It's just a little easier when I take one out of the holder. So that's what we've got. That's what we've got right here. So I've got the proof coin 30th anniversary. I've got the SP coin in the 30th anniversary, both of them with the West Point mint marks that you're going to have here. And then I have the pair that you're going to see here. Only 730 sets. Only 730 sets, every single solitary one of which is available exclusively from us here at HSN.
So at $329.95, it's all yours. Our item number is 534091. It gives you a wonderful opportunity to be able to shop with us and be able to collect all of the coins that we've seen on the show tonight. And this has been the final full 2-hour show of coins. on the final day of the year. I know that Mike has been invited to join an exciting event that's going to happen after I sign off the air and at the top of the next hour. There's going to be like a big kind of fun New Year's Eve shindig that's going to be happening here at HSN, but you're only going to be on for a couple of minutes. These are going to be those values that you can take advantage of tonight. So now with more than 2 dozen that have been ordered that quickly. Very exciting opportunity. So we've sold out of the satin.
We sold 2,600 of these today.
Right.
Because this is the fall through the cracks coin right here. That is the one that was released at the end of the year. Almost nobody knows about. It's the rarest coin that the government puts out.
Just this month.
This one was released just this month, the satin finish. The proof coin was released a little bit ago, but once again, still exceptionally rare from a standpoint. So for this year, in terms of rarity, the rarest coin is going to be the satin finish coin, and the next rarest coin is going to be the proof coin. Now, both of them, on a 1 year and 1 year only basis, have got the 30th anniversary edge lettering in this particular set. It is the only time that the United States government has ever done this. It is the only time that they will ever do this.
I imagine it's expensive.
So if you look at this in terms of this is an absolutely unique American proof coin. It is the only proof American Eagle with edge lettering. This is the only satin finish American Eagle with edge lettering, and it's specially lettered at 30th anniversary. Now, if you look at the 10th anniversary coins, once again, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, $20,000 for the 10th anniversary Silver Eagle. If you look at the 20th anniversary Silver Eagle, okay, individually, one of them, one 20th anniversary American Silver Eagle is going to be, that's unique with the reverse proof, $1,000. The 25th anniversary, about $1,300. Where you get the pair of these 30th anniversaries, not for $1,000 a piece or $800 a piece, but for about $150 a piece. Because the box, I think we sell individually at $29.95, basically makes these $149.95 for the pair. So I think that is an outstanding opportunity for you to do this, and of only 730 match numbered pairs for this. Now, when I did the 25th anniversary, I think I did 1,300 sets. When I did the 20th anniversary, I know I did 1,600 or 1,800 sets. Of all of the anniversary sets, other than the 10th anniversary, this is by far the rarest match numbered set that I have, with only 730. Comes with the special collector box that you're going to have right here. The United States Mint box is contained within this. You're going to get that as well. So these incredibly 1 year only issues. Do not confuse this with any other proof American Eagle. This is the 30th anniversary special edition with the edge lettering. It is unique. It is 1 year only. It was last year. It is already passed. It's done, gone, and over as we're going into 2017. Both coins have got the edge lettering on a one-time and one-time only basis. That makes them ultimately collectible. And of all of the anniversary coins, this coin may well be the key to that entire series. May well be the key to that entire series is going to be this SP coin that we have right here. Like I said, I sold 2,600 of these individually today. That edition is completely and totally sold out individually. You can only get them as the pair now of these 730, and we're well under that. With everybody on the phone, I'd anticipate we only have 200 or 300 sets remaining.
Yeah, this has been great. Okay, as the clock winds down, we are going to ask that you take a note of it. If you'd like to order it, then go right ahead and reserve yours by either going to our website or giving us a call, our toll-free 800 number. But thank you for those of you that already are in on that one, 534091. That price is $329.95 for that set. And next, we are going to talk about our 1993 S-Mint silver proof set.
Yeah, now here's what I've done. The United States government started making silver proof sets again.
Oh, look at this. We're getting close here.
Yeah, look at that. The New Year's
New
price.
Year's Eve price.
$49.95.
Cool.
I got 200. Now, the Kennedy half dollar, the Walking Liberty, or the Washington quarter, and the dime are all solid silver. This is a silver proof set. If you go to the nationally advertised catalog, the 1993 silver half dollar alone is $65. The quarter's 32.5. This one's 17. It's $120 if you buy this.
Look at our New Year's price.
$49.95.
All right, they should all disappear, and the flex pay on
I've
this
only
one.
got 200 of these to go around with the United States original mint packaging that was released in 1993. There's the original mint logo that we're going to have in there.
Great.
I've never been able to have enough of these to offer them individually. Coin by coin, well in excess of $100. We'll get to those in just one second. So a minute and a half on these, folks. So understand what we've got here. The 1993, and I want to look up that Washington quarter just to double check the price. The 1993 silver quarter, $31.50.
Just for that one coin.
So you're $100 for these two. So you're $120 for those 3 coins. $120 for those 3 coins. Our New Year's price in the original government package. Plus you get the penny and the nickel right there, which is another $20 or $25 value. $49.95. If you buy those individually, you're looking at almost $150, folks. I've got a lot of
This determines who's getting sleepy or not.
What's that?
This determines.
That's exactly right. What are you doing? Are you paying attention?
Are you
That's
paying
why I did
attention
these
on
at the
this
very
one?
end. Are you paying attention?
Because this is remarkable. I mean, to say
I've
the least.
never offered these individually on the air before. We've done these on hsn.com, like I said, at $64.95. But to offer these at that $15 price break, when individually the coins are going to be about triple this if you buy them individually. Plus, you get them in the original government mint packaging. That is the thing I think that is a truly spectacular and
Already
truly
our
amazing.
phone lines are busy.
Oh, very, very busy.
Looks
And I'm
like
going to do 2 more sets.
Yeah, it looks like quite a bit of you are alert, which I'm glad, because these are, well, in just seconds, these are going to be all gone. 362-492, New Year's price of $49.95, or when you're using a credit card, debit card, $24.98. Now, don't move a muscle, because
I only have 250 of each, and I think that one's on its way to selling out. Which one is next, guys? The 95.
Okay.
Now, this
one is still available. We're going to move on.
Yeah, you can just pull that over.
All right.
It's okay, because it has the same box, basically. This is the 1995. And here's the big deal, and I'll go ahead and put the 95 box in here. The 95 box, okay, normally, look at that, $169.95. I'm $99 for my New Year's price. This is the absolute key to basically the United States Silver Kennedy set right here. This coin alone in the nationally advertised catalog, $115. $115 for the Kennedy half dollar is what it's going to be. The quarter, the 1995 silver quarter, let me get that. The 1995 silver quarter is $31.50. You're going to be, again, about $200. The penny is $18.50. $18.50 for the penny, about $12 for the nickel. You're well over $200. The key to this is I've got them as an individual set, folks. I've got them as a 1995 individual set. You just don't find the 1995s, the regular set or the silver set. So if you're a Kennedy half dollar collector, this is the absolute key coin to the entire series. It's not just the 1995, it's the 1995 silver. That's the coin that you must add. Now, this comes all in the... Now, I'm quoting you individual coin-by-coin prices. Keep in mind, in the original government packaging with the original government certificates of authenticity, it brings quite the premium. Okay? It brings quite the premium in the original government packaging. So I'm offering you these not only at a discount of about 50% to buying the coins individually, but you actually get it as a bonus because you get it in the original government packaging in absolutely positively pristine condition. So of all of the Kennedy half dollars in existence, this one right here is absolutely one of the rarest. So of absolute and total significance that we're going to have here. I only have about 250 of these. With everybody on the phone, we may sell all 250 right here. I have never, ever sold that set individually before. I've never had enough. Last, certainly not least, I'll put this over here, the 1997. And the reason I picked these are the 3 rarest of that whole span of silver sets. The 1997 silver is $95 for this coin. $95, $31.50, $22.50, and then these are, I think, about $10 a piece, so $20, $115. Once again, right about $175. That's why it's $119.95. Look at the price, $50 off. We are $50 off for our special New Year's Eve pricing on the 1997. So those are the big three. Now you can go, we've got all of the silver sets out there available on hsn.com. So go and buy any. They started in 1992.
Okay.
So 1993 was only the second year of issue on those. So they started in 92 and went on. So at $50 savings, coin by coin, they're at least double this. Plus you get them in the original government packaging with the original government certificates of authenticity, which all that does is add to the value of this as a collectible because you get it in the mint packaging. I want to show you that. There's that mint seal. And you can see this coin, and this coin are silver. And they're only made in silver. None of these, of course, were released into circulation. They were only available in here, and they are San Francisco minted coins. Never made, intended, or released into circulation. They are absolutely crucial to every collection. So we have the 1993, the 1995, and the 1997. All of these available individually. I've only got about 20 dozen of each. I suspect the 93 very close to sell out. The 95 going to be right behind it, and with the popularity of the 97,
Yep.
it's going to be right there as well.
I recommend going to hsn.com. There you can see the entire storefront of all of our coins. There are a lot of great values that do expire tonight at midnight, and none greater than our today's special. 45 remain. If you are just joining us and you are seeing our today's special for the very first time, this is our 2017 perfect Mint State 70 first day of issue Silver Eagle dollar, the most highly collectible coin in that Silver Eagle dollar. You're getting it at $89.95 and free shipping, at $29.98, and only 45 lucky people will be able to
Look
grab
at
it.
that, $91 in bonuses, 12,065 sold out of an edition of 12,103.
All right, so be fast.
3 dozen left.
Yeah, 3 dozen remaining. Mike is going to hang out a little while longer because we've got a big doorbuster that we're going to be featuring for you, along with Adam, and an exciting show ahead. Thank you for shopping. Be careful tonight.